Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the world of extreme transport skills and the biggest heavy equipment machines. Forget your Econobox hatchbacks and your sensible family saloons, because we're talking about behemoths that make a monster truck look like a Tonka toy. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. We'll be going behind the scenes of some of the most awe-inspiring feats of engineering and logistics, where skilled operators maneuver these metal titans with the precision of a Swiss watchmaker. We're talking about moving massive structures, hauling impossible loads and navigating treacherous terrain. If you thought parallel parking your mom's Mini was tricky, wait till you see what these guys can do. Now you might think driving a truck is just about pointing the thing in the right direction and mashing the gas pedal. Well, my friend, you'd be about as wrong as a politician's promise. These fellas and ladies are the elite, the top 1% of truckers who laugh in the face of danger and scoff at the impossible. We're talking about navigating narrow mountain passes with a load wider than a football field, reversing a 500-foot trailer through a maze of city streets, or inching a priceless artifact across a rickety bridge held together with chewing gum and hope. These aren't just truck drivers, they're artists, they're surgeons, they're bloody heroes of the open road. One wrong move, one twitch of the steering wheel, and it's all over. But fear not, because these drivers are made of sterner stuff. They've got nerves of steel, reflexes like a mongoose on Red Bull, and the spatial awareness of a hawk on a reconnaissance mission. You know that feeling when you're trying to park your car in a tight spot, and you swear the person next to you left their car there with a shoehorn? Now imagine that feeling, but multiply it by 1,000. That's the daily reality for these heavy equipment heroes. We're talking about maneuvering vehicles the size of small houses with centimeter precision. One wrong move, one misjudged angle, and you're looking at a very expensive game of bumper cars. It's not just about avoiding obstacles either. These drivers need to position their rigs with pinpoint accuracy to load and unload cargo, often in tight spaces with little to no margin for error. It's like playing Tetris with concrete blocks, except if you lose, you don't just get a flashing game over screen. But despite the pressure, the tight squeezes, and the ever-present risk of a catastrophic miscalculation, these drivers make it look easy. They're like conductors of a symphony of steel and diesel, orchestrating the movement of these massive machines with grace and expertise. Now, we've all seen those trucks with the little flammable signs on the back, right? Makes you want to give them a wide berth, doesn't it? Well, imagine that, but instead of a few cans of petrol, they're hauling enough explosives to make a Michael Bay film look like a tea party. We're talking about transporting nitroglycerin across the Nullarbor plain, a journey so desolate it makes the surface of the moon look like a bustling metropolis. One wrong bump, one spark, and it's game over for the driver, the truck, and probably a good chunk of South Australia. This isn't just any old trucking job, it's a delicate dance with death. A test of nerves that would make a bomb disposal expert break out in a cold sweat. The drivers who undertake these missions are a different breed, the kind of people who look danger in the eye and order it another pint. Now forget your fancy sports cars and your luxurious SUVs, because we're about to meet a real titan of the mechanical world, the bucket wheel excavator. This behemoth makes a bulldozer look like a dinky toy, and could move enough earth in a day to bury a small village. Imagine a giant Ferris wheel, but instead of carrying giggling tourists, it's armed with massive steel teeth that can chomp through rock and soil like a hot knife through butter. That, my friends, is the business end of a bucket wheel excavator, and it's a sight to behold. These machines are the undisputed kings of the open pit mine, capable of shifting thousands of tons of material every hour. They're used to extract everything from coal and iron ore to diamonds and gold, and they're an essential part of the global economy. But these machines are more than just brute force. They're also incredibly complex pieces of engineering, with sophisticated control systems that allow operators to maneuver them with surprising precision. You might think sitting in a climate-controlled cabin, pushing levers and watching the world go by sounds like a cushy gig. Well, think again, sunshine. Operating heavy machinery is no walk in the park. You've got the elements to contend with. Scorching desert heat, Arctic cold, and enough dust and mud to make a pigsty look clean. Then there's the machine itself. Prone to breakdowns and hydraulic leaks, a simple repair can turn into a nightmare. Many operators spend weeks in remote locations, far from home and human conversation. Despite the challenges, these operators wouldn't trade their jobs for the world. Now we've all seen those trucks hauling oversized loads, right? Those massive wind turbine blades that stretch for miles, those colossal bridge sections that make you wonder how they even got off the ground. Well, those feats of logistics are nothing short of extraordinary. We're talking about moving objects so large, so heavy that they defy all sense of logic and reason. These record-breaking transport operations require meticulous planning, military-grade precision, and a healthy dose of good old-fashioned ingenuity. We're talking about calculating load distribution down to the kilogram, mapping out routes with pinpoint accuracy, and coordinating teams of drivers, engineers, and support staff with the synchronicity of a Swiss watch. But despite the challenges, the sleepless nights, and the occasional near miss, these logistical wizards always find a way. They're like the magicians of the transport world, making the impossible seem routine, one record-breaking load at a time. You might think heavy equipment is all about brute force and old-fashioned mechanics, but behind those rugged exteriors and diesel-fueled hearts lies a world of cutting-edge technology that would make even a Silicon Valley geek drool. We're talking about GPS-guided bulldozers that can level a field with the precision of a laser beam, excavators with onboard computers that can analyze soil composition and optimize digging patterns, and trucks with collision avoidance systems that could shame a self-driving car. These technological advancements are revolutionizing the heavy equipment industry, making machines safer, more efficient, and easier to operate. It's no longer just about muscle and grit, it's about brains as well. Take telematics, for example. These systems allow fleet managers to track the location, speed, fuel consumption, and even the health of their machines in real time. It's like having a team of invisible mechanics monitoring every nut and bolt, ensuring maximum uptime and minimizing costly breakdowns. We often marvel at the massive machines and the skilled operators, but behind every successful heavy transport operation is a team of unsung heroes working tirelessly behind the scenes. These are the logistical masterminds, the mechanical wizards, and the tireless support crew who keep the wheels turning and the cargo moving. Meet the route planners, who spend countless hours poring over maps, surveying roads, and negotiating permits to ensure that these oversized loads can navigate the labyrinthine network of highways and byways. And let's not forget the mechanics, the grease-stained guardians of these mechanical beasts. They're the ones who keep these behemoths running smoothly, working tirelessly in all conditions, from the scorching heat of the desert to the biting cold of the Arctic. And then, there are the dispatchers, the voices on the other end of the radio, keeping drivers informed, on schedule, and connected to the outside world. These are just a few of the many faces behind the scenes of the heavy transport industry, a dedicated and often overlooked team who make the impossible possible. Today we're joined by a true veteran of the road, Big Bob, the king of the road. He's seen it all, done it all, and lived to tell the tale. Big Bob? Well, hello there, folks. It's a pleasure to be here. Let me tell you, it's been a wild ride, full of ups and downs. Big Bob, I remember hauling oversized pipes through the Rocky Mountains. It was a treacherous road, full of hairpin bends and sheer drops. And then a blizzard blew in, covering the road in snow. Big Bob visibility was down to a few feet and the wind was howling. I had to rely on my instincts and experience to keep that rig on the road. Well, there you have it, folks. We've journeyed into the world of extreme trucking, witnessing firsthand the skill, precision, and sheer audacity required to maneuver these behemoths across our roads and landscapes. It's a testament to human ingenuity, determination, and a healthy disregard for the impossible. From navigating treacherous mountain passes to hauling oversized loads that defy logic, these skilled operators make the extraordinary seem routine. They're the unsung heroes of the transport industry, the backbone of our global economy, and the masters of their mechanical domain. But let's not forget the importance of training, experience, and a healthy dose of common sense. Operating these machines is no walk in the park. It requires nerves of steel, lightning-fast reflexes, and the spatial awareness of a hawk on a reconnaissance mission. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. We'll be back soon with more incredible feats of engineering, daring displays of driving skill, and enough horsepower to make a herd of Clydesdales jealous. Until then, remember to appreciate the truck drivers who keep our world moving, the skilled operators who tame these mechanical beasts, and the unsung heroes behind the scenes who make it all possible. They're the true titans of transport, and they deserve our respect. Stay tuned for our next adventure.